Well, there it is, Peekaboo by Devo, and yet another weird track, don't you think, Sharon?
Yeah.
It's been a weird show today.
Right?
Malcolm McLaren, did you like Buffalo Gals?
Yes, loved it.
It's good, isn't it?
It's great.
And
Excellent.
what else have we got that's weird? Boy George wearing dresses?
Yes, well, that's different.
Yeah, it's a great singer though, isn't he?
He's excellent, yeah.
He's
really, really
in
good.
fact, I think the Americans have just gone flipper over his voice.
Yeah, I can understand
And
that.
talking about Americans, when's the album released in America? Or when's the single released?
The single's released about the first week of May.
Yeah.
And the album, I guess, shortly after.
And what about Australia?
Australia's about 3 weeks away, I think.
Right, now where did you record it?
We did it mostly in LA at the record plant.
Right.
Yep.
Did you like the Americans?
Loved it.
Yeah.
It was an enjoyable
And
trip.
John Boylan produced it, who generally does stuff with LRB.
Yes.
And sometimes I think his productions on LRB are a little flat. However, this one's got a big sound. No, I shouldn't say that, but no, this one's got a great sound.
I was very pleased with it, actually.
Yeah.
Well, he normally does that country sort of feel stuff, so it's a bit different.
Now, I've got to explain, someone was saying before, what did you mean in Humdrum that you'll take 3 or 4 years to come to the fore? I think now you are on the threshold with Foreign Affairs to break into the American charts and then over the next 2 or 3 years, you know, take on the world market. You must be
Be
confident.
nice. Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of work.
And touring?
Touring in Australia, we start about the 11th of April, so looking forward to that.
Yeah?
It'll be good, yeah.
I can't understand how this little girl that used to come to the Countdown Studios a long time ago,
Oh,
true,
God.
has now come up with such a talent. And you have got a talent. Now, I've got
Thanks
to ask
very
you, what's
much.
this scarf here, though? Is this an
Keep it
American
warm.
tree?
No, it's not really. Just decoration.
Looks a bit odd, I thought.
But Molly, what about
Well,
your shoes? They're a bit odd. It looks like you've been mowing the lawn.
I beg your pardon, Gavin? Have you ever put your foot in your mouth, Gavin? Isn't he a charming person, isn't he? Listen, it's time to say goodnight. Good night, Dom.
Good night.
And it's good night from me, good night Australia, and then to the top 10, and then to Mr. Gavin Wood, who's so boring these days. So here it is, the top 10.